webinar for Princess Ulua, and we're absolutely excited to see you today here. I will record the meeting because there are some of your colleagues that couldn't make it right now, but they still wish to join us and to see the webinar. So hopefully we will send them the recording of the video. Let's wait for 1 more minute for more people to join us today. Yeah, I can see the chat got alive. Bonjour, good morning. Would be very lovely if you would introduce yourself in the chat, saying where you're from, what's the country or the company name. I believe we have a lot of people from Europe today here with us. I mean, not a huge lot. It's still our first webinar, but I'll do my best to make it as exciting for you as possible. All right, so shall we start? Everyone's ready? Like for another minute, Oriane from Paris, we're tour operator specialized on scuba diving from Aquarev. Perfect, Oriane. Bonjour, enchanté. I do speak just a tiny bit of French, but my colleague Clarence, who probably was in touch with you, is a French speaker and basically Frenchman. So that will help with communications to make them more easy, pleasant, though I'm absolutely sure you're fluent in English. If you have any questions during the webinar, please feel free to ask them in the chat. I will keep my eye, at least one eye will be there. So I will try to reply all of them. Arnavas and Mujay, right? I hope I pronounced it correct. Mujay from Mujavas Scuba and Travels in USA. Hey, what are you in the middle of the night or early in the morning? So exciting you joined us there. We were going to make one day a webinar for the USA because fixing all the time zones is difficult. And as far as I understand, also some of the colleagues missed the time because they haven't noticed it's a GMT or UTS time. But thank you for coming. Very exciting. All right, so we're in 2 minutes into webinar. I still hope to see more of your introductions. Yes, Stephen, CEO of Bajo Diving based in Portugal, Azores. Hey, Stefan, from which island of Azores, if I may ask? I've been to Terceira, absolutely in love with the island, really wish to buy a tiny house there sometime. Santa Maria, most welcome to the webinar. Specialized in diving tours and exploration in remote areas all over the world, including marine biology seminars. It's perfect, because we do marine biology seminars on board Princess Ulua. So hope it will be very interesting for you. So here we go. Welcome to Maldives. I'm based in Maldives, so warm greetings from our sunny islands with green palm trees. First of all, let me briefly introduce my company. Why us? Why are we here today with you? So we are a team of dedicated professionals. We have been diving in Maldives since 2004. More so, we are working with Maldivian liveaboard since 2004. It's 18 years of experience, and may I assure you, they were very packed years. I mean, we are working for 134 Maldivian liveaboards. And in time, we became so cool that my team told me, Nika, we need our own boat. So here we go. Princess Ulua is the boat that we manage for over a year and a half. And for now, we absolutely believe she is ready to be introduced to international market as the best boat for price and value ratio there may be. Why I say not just the best boat, because for sure, you know, there are super luxury yachts that have helicopter pads on the roof, or I don't know, 5 spa rooms on a yacht. So I won't be honest if I say we're the best boat on the market, but if you compare the prices and quality, absolutely, yes, I'm absolutely like 100% sure we're the best boat on the market for this, and I really hope your groups will see that soon as well. We have a lot of we had a lot of opportunities and worked with groups from France, Poland, Thailand, Israel, and CIS countries, and from at the end of every trip we give the feedback form. Just a second, Camila, I remind you to switch off the microphones of the participants as they enter, please. Thank you. So we and after every trip we have the feedback form, and from the feedback forms we saw how groovy in quality last year and how all the excellent marks exceeded expectation marks are coming. So first of all, could you please drop me a message in the chat? Do you have experience in selling Maldives as a product? That will let me know how detailed shall I be on this, like how much shall I talk about Maldives in general, or we are going back to the product itself. Nope. Okay, Stefan says nope. Arnavas, Wuji, Oriane, have you been selling Maldives so far? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'll still be brief to let you know. Maldives, is a God-blessed country with absolutely white beaches, turquoise water, emerald green palms. So all the jewelry collection is there. Sun is gold, fishes are silver. You see, we have a jewelry box there already. What can you see in Maldives? So why do people fly into Maldives to dive? First of all, because we are diving specialized tour operators. The thing is, you can get everything's there, the big stuff, mantas and whale sharks. And what we say, mantas are the most smartest fish, on earth, and whale sharks are the biggest fish on earth. So you can get the smartest and the biggest in one go. Coral reefs and macro. Yes, coral reefs, you need to know where to go exactly, because yes, unfortunately, there had been a lot of coral bleaching in Maldives. So coral reefs are not amazing everywhere, but we know places to go that will really amaze you. Wow, it's still there, it's still happening, huge coral gardens, variety of colors, and of course, a paradise for macro photographers. Prolific marine life, turtles, rays, different kind of rays, right? We have eagle rays, stingrays, guitar rays, which is also like a guitar shark, but it's ray. I hope you know that. Schools of tuna, jackfish, fusiliers. And what makes it amazing, it will be all mixed around the same dive site. Like you will be literally in a rain, in a shower of fusiliers. There will be tunas hunting them, jacks hunting them, some other kind of fish will be roaming around. There will be a few turtles eating seagrass, right, on the seabed. So it's all like you're in a 4K TV, BBC best shots, you are there. By the way, for the big stuff, mantas and whale sharks, what makes us Maldives unique? We have night manta dive, we have day manta dives, we have night whale sharks, we have day whale sharks. So you will meet these amazing creatures, both at night and in daytime. So, and to make it even more tasty, we have lots of kinds of sharks. And we have also a joke, if you haven't seen any shark on a dive, we can give you the money back for that dive for sure. I mean, normally sharks will be at every dive. We normally encounter black tip sharks, white tip sharks, and silver tip sharks, like the normal reef creatures. We do special dives for nose sharks. They're part of our itinerary. It's not just like one nose shark sleeping somewhere under the reef, right? It's when we are talking about tens or sometimes hundreds of nose sharks, which will swim around you on a night dive. And they're very cuddly. They may lie next to the diver saying, "Hey buddy, I'll be next to you." So that's a very incredible encounter. Everyone is very excited because they do interact like dogs or cats, whatever. Of course, we do special dives and special trips for tiger sharks. I would say Maldives for Europe are the best destination to meet tiger sharks, because other places are Bengal Lagoon, Fiji, which is a little bit too far to fly away, right? We have tiger sharks in Bahamas, which is a little bit too far to fly other destination, right? Other side. Maldives is something in between, and you can see tiger sharks here year round, absolutely guaranteed, 100%. The encounter will be there. The visibility sometimes is so, but when you have 4 or 10 tiger sharks swimming around you, visibility doesn't really count. You have them all. We have spinner sharks, also special dives for spinner sharks. Also, if you're lucky, you can meet a sand tiger, which is a deep water shark. And okay, guitar ray is again here, but it's actually a ray, not a shark. And hammerheads, for sure, we do the blue water dives for hammerheads, and you can see both kinds of hammerheads, scallop hammerheads, which are somewhat smaller, and giant hammerheads. And sometimes you can see both species in one dive site at one time, if you're lucky. But with our dive guides who normally are luckiest guys in Maldives, probably. And sometimes Longimanus, if you're extremely lucky, we do not advertise that, but still they are there and encounters are possible. Yeah, I can see your replies in the chat. Likuri is with us. Likuri, please introduce yourself. Where you're from which company. We would love to know from which country. Let me know if I don't know if my speed of speech is okay, if you're getting what I'm saying, if the pronunciation is clear, like if you're fine with what's happening. I would really appreciate your feedback so I can see what's happening, or maybe you're bored and already not listening. I would really love to know. So, why to dive in Maldives? We just covered that. The next question is, yes, I see your feedback in the chat. Thank you so much. Like when it's not the leaf talk, I really need to know what's happening on the other side. Why liveaboards? Why we believe liveaboards are the best way to dive in Maldives? Well, if you ask me, I would say that liveaboards are the best option to see Maldives in general for divers and non-divers alike. More so, well, liveaboards in Maldives, they derived from diving. But recent years, they become so popular with non-divers that now we even don't have a non-diver full charters all the time, because they really love the fun that we are offering 24/7. We're going there. So the answer is very easy. Liveaboards can combine everything in one trip. Like recently I had a talk with super Maldivian professionals. They were a huge sales department of a huge operator in India, all selling Maldives for many years. And I asked them, can you recommend me any resort when you have mantas, whale shark, nose sharks, reef sharks, good reefs, channel dives, all in one place? And they were like, it's non-existent. No, it's not possible. There are resorts next to manta cleaning stations. There are resorts in South Ari whale shark reserve area. Nurse sharks are in the other atoll. You can't have all of it. And my answer was, yes, you can. The only answer to this is a liveaboard, because we will take you to all the best, absolutely best places, absolutely best dive sites. And more so, we will pick the best ones according to the season. You know, mantas, they do small migrations, right? Like half of the year they're here, half of the year they're here. So we know where to search for them at all times. And also, like, boats are in communication, so they know which cleaning station is full of manta this time, full of mantas this time. So they will go exactly to that dive spot. Brief about the itineraries. How do we do that? So our most popular and most famous itinerary is called Best of Maldives. Sometimes you will hear it as 5 adults, 6 adults. It's all correct, but literally we call it Best of Maldives because it does collect everything we have to offer. You see my mouse, right? You see the pointer. So like central atolls are really in the center of Maldives, which is, as you know, is a very long archipelago. So we start from Male or Hulu Male Lagoon. First of all, your arrival and transfer to the boat will be extremely easy. As soon as you go out of the airport, where all the dive guides are staying with the tables, right, with the signboards, there will be the signboard of Princess Ulua, which is a huge whiteboard with clear mark of it. And then you'll have to wait while the group assembles at the, for example, food court area or at the coffee shop. And then you just cross the road. It's literally like 3 minutes. 30 seconds, you cross the road, you turn left, and in 2 minutes, you board the diving dory. I will show you later on. The diving dory is like when we talk about Maldivian boat, we're actually talking about 3 boats, right? We have the mother boat, which is a beautiful super yacht. We have a diving dory, which is, I believe it's much better from all the other destinations. Like in Egypt, you have the dive deck. All equipment is there. When the tanks are being filled, it's a little bit noisy, right? And part of the boat belongs to divers. In Maldives, it's a completely different story. The whole mother boat is a unique and a beautiful vessel for relax, leisure, and enjoyment. And all the diving stuff is living on another boat, which is also quite a big boat. It has its own sun deck, it has its own freshwater showers and the toilet, and all the tanks are living there. And it is so amazingly organized that when the tanks are filled, the dory leaves away far from the yacht. So it gets here no noises, there are no whatever compressor works, anything. And the dory will join the mother boat when the divers need to go to the dive, and we'll bring them to the dive site and then come back and offload them to the mother boat. So it's extremely comfortable, and traveling on a dory, it's an adventure itself. So for the central atoll, which is, I would say, something that 80 to 85% of our sales are central atoll, you actually never get bored there, because even in central, we can do adjustments to the route. So you will always see some new dive sites or visit the dive spots that you haven't seen before. But like divers who had been, I don't know, 6 or 8 times on central, sometimes they want to try something new or seasonal new. So I will tell you what are the options later. But let's come again to our amazing central itinerary. We start from Hulumale. Normally, the first day we spend next to Kurumba Hotel, wait till all the clients accumulate from different flights, make sure the supplies are there, the boat is in perfect technical condition, and then we cross through North Mali Atoll. Sometimes we do dives here, because, for example, right now, Paradise Island Manta Point is like, oh, amazing, like, and 8 mantas, norm. So we do a dive here. Check dive is for short, North Mali Atoll. For check dives, we have also incredible opportunity. Maybe you know the dive site. It's called Stingray City, or Fish Tank, or Fish Factory. It has a lot of names, but the idea is same. It's a fish factory. They actually, pull to the water all the remains of the fishes they cut and they pack. So they have hundreds of stingrays there, basically. And you swim in a valley, which is pretty boring itself, not much there, apart from hundreds of stingrays and hundreds of moray eels. And they're so abundant there. You can see 3 different moray eels from one hole, or 4. It's like, how do you call that? Horhone from, that lady from the Greek mythology with a lot of snakes out of her head. So, and for a check dive, it's shallow, it's easy if the weather allows, and everyone is amazed right from the check dive. I mean, how many times have you had exciting check dives? This is the case. So we start from North Mali Atoll, and then there is a crossing which takes roughly around 4 hours. We will have just 2 of these long crossings in a week, because we have to cross the channel to Rastu. Again, depending on the weather and how the group arrives, we can do Rastu Madivaro, which is an amazing long reef and a channel with lots of sharks activities there. They also have a shark cleaning station. And if you're lucky, you will see how the shark cleans. It's really special, because they just don't open their mouths and wait. No, they actually go vertical and open their mouths, and this is how the shark is cleaned, like absolutely vertical. And if timing doesn't allow, we will cross directly to Ari Atoll, which is a place that has amazing abundance and everything. And here we will spend a few days covering all the best spots. I'm sure, as most of you work with Maldives already, you heard of them, right? Like Maya Tila, Fish Head, whatever, the Seventh Heaven, like a lot of amazing dive sites there. We will first try to spend the first night at Night Manta Point dive. This is an exciting experience itself, because all the divers will, like, we set our lights to attract plankton, as you know, and we wait for mantas to come. And of course, it's not guaranteed. It's still, we are wild animals and we're in the open ocean, but there is a lot of excitement in the air. Like, is the manta there? Not yet. Is the manta there? Not yet. And then normally at first it will just pass one time. There will be like screaming, bells ringing, like mantas. Everyone will be there, especially novice divers who haven't seen any divers before. Videos, Instagrams, everything will be there. And then divers do a night dive, which is an amazing experience, because normally we asked divers to sit to knee on the sea bottom with the lights up like this. And the torches, they create, of course, they attract plankton. So it's like a cone with an ice cream. You have a torch, which is a cone, and you have a bowl of attracted plankton as an ice cream. And if you do everything correctly and manta stays, it will fly down like a plane, eating all the ice creams from the torches. So it's like a landing line for manta, and they will be so close, they may even touch you or slap you with the fin. Like that gives a lot of thrill, and it's only like, day 2 of the liveaboard. And of course there will be Tila's dives. So there will be dives on the walls, dives on the beautiful reefs. Fish Head is an amazing dive set full of all kinds of fishes and schooling fishes. We can do some reef dives closer to south. And here we do the night barbecue. We get on a beach of a desert island, inhabited island, so there is no civilization there. We do a very nice seating and arrangement, like on the sand there will be huge mantas and whale sharks from the sand. There will be tables, beautiful lights or torches, fire torches, and we do a barbecue dinner on a deserted island. And also with Princess Ulua, what we can do if the group is like the party type group, we do party. We have disco lights, we have a generator, we have a portable huge speaker, which is JBL party box. So we really can let them have a proper party and a disco on the beach under the stars. Like it is an incredible experience. And then next day we will be moving down south, again diving all the best spots, and also for snorkelers we do snorkels at the time of the dives, so nobody is bored on board. It's like 24/7 fun. We go down south. Here is the very famous whale shark reserve, right? So first of all, we do try again the night whale shark. Again, same story. Huge torches for plankton. Then there is excitement in the air. Is whale shark coming? No, it is there. No, it is there. Yeah, whale shark. Everyone is running. Everyone is photo shooting, like super excitement. And we do not do a dive with a whale shark at night, but we do snorkel. We allow people to snorkel. They're very close. The shark will normally just stay and eat plankton behind the boat. And on the next day, we will search the rim of southern Ari Atoll in search for the whale shark daytime. And then snorkelers can snorkel, divers do a dive, they jump into the water if you find a whale shark. For me, night whale shark experience is more special because normally the whale shark just come to the boat. Like during COVID, there were not so many boats out. We could have up to 7 whale sharks for one boat. Can you imagine? One boat, 7 whale sharks, and we were literally comparing. We had 3 this week and we had 4 this week. Like we were really boasting how many whale sharks we had for a boat. But even if one comes, it's very special and the group can interact. Also, we interact with the other boats. Like for example, if one boat got more lucky than the other, we let them interact with the whale shark. And then normally we are allowed to step on board to have fun with their whale shark. If we hadn't have ours, normally we have. With the day whale shark, it's a little bit different because there are lots of resorts there. A lot of day boats are coming. And if at night the whale shark is all yours, daytime it will be 40 other people in the water splashing, all that thing. So daytime interaction is a little bit more chaotic, but still they can see the creature day and night, and it makes it very, very exciting. So on Thursday, normally, which is almost at the end of the trip, we cross the channel to Vavo Atoll. Vavo Atoll offers completely different kind of Maldivian diving. It's channel dives. Like here in Ari, we will have all the tilas, walls, all kind of this diving. Channel dives are completely different because normally you just go down to the channel rim, hook there, and then the sharks will be just cruising around you. Like normally they are gray reef sharks with some occasional black tips there, but gray reef sharks can be numbers like 40, 20, 18, and they will be crossing this and back. And if the group behaves well, they will come closer and closer and closer until you can literally meet her in the eye. Like you look in the eye each other with the shark when she passes, and you can see their behaviors, like ladies, gentlemen, youngsters, pregnant. And normally you just wait there till the bottom time is over or till the air is at 70 bar. Then the group unhooks. The currents will get her into the channel or out of the channel, depending on the current. And this is when you have your long ascent and a safety stop. So these are the channel dives. They're extremely exciting. They get a lot of interaction with the sharks. And this is why we go to Vavo Atoll. And apart from channel dives, Vavo Atoll is very special for Alimata. Alimata is a resort that used to feed nurse sharks for a very, very long time. So this is where we do the night dive with nurse sharks. As I said, there will be tens of them around you. We try not to feed them ourselves because it's not the best ecological practice, right? We try not to harm the marine life that feeds us. But there will be a lot of interaction anyhow, and the channel dives are there. Also for snorkelers, it's a great experience because apart from going to snorkel to Alimata with the nurse sharks will actually come to the boat. So even evening time, there will be nurse sharks swimming around. People will jump in to swim with them. So it's also like one in a lifetime experience for sure. As I said, if your group had been to Maldives a few times, to Central, and they want something special, we can rearrange itinerary a little bit to get to the easternmost point of Vavo Atoll, which is here. Here we have a few special dive sites like Golden Wall, and also there is one of the pretty famous hammerheads dives there. Early morning hammerhead dive could be special. So, and there are like a couple of more amazing dive sites. So if your group is very experienced and they're bored with Central, let us know. We know how to surprise even very experienced divers here. Also, we can go down south to Vavo, which will be Rakidu Corner dive site, very special one. They are a little bit deeper, but we still try to comply with 30 meters non-deco dives. It's a must, it's a law in Maldives. So after we stay at Vavo Atoll, we will cross Foteo. Yes, Foteo, thank you so much. That's Foteo.
Sorry for interruption. The presentation is ready.
Okay, thank you so much. After this website, after this slide, after the itineraries are covered, I will switch to, I will send the updated version of the presentation. I asked to add some corrections. Mujinin Golden Wall, well, that's very exciting to know. Like we have a guy who discovered a golden wall. Yes, it is an amazing dive site. It's a channel dive where you again experience all the sharks. But then when you drift into the channel, there will be a huge, literally like a huge wall. Like it's absolutely even. There are some cracks and crevices, and it's all covered with soft corals, which are golden and purple in color. And like the currents can be pretty strong there, so sometimes you move too fast, but like it is incredible. It's like, wow. I mean, I've been to a lot of soft coral dives in my life, including Fiji, but this is something very special in Maldives here, so we can get there. Thank you, Arnavas and Liguri, for support. Very nice, very nice, yeah. Very nice to see professionals here. Amazing washing machine also. I actually wanted to conceal this part after I said about the currents. The thing is, our dive guides normally know how to avoid them. They are extremely experienced and they know how to get the group out of the fun. But sometimes we just get there to show the divers what is a washing machine and how to manage them. Still, yeah, like currents can be ripping. That's very true. And then we will make a small crossing to South Male Atoll, which is normally like a last dive or last two dives. There are also a lot of incredible dive sites there. The most challenging dives in Maldives, the experienced professionals will let me know if I'm correct, is Kandumatila. Kandumatila is a small islet, like a small island in the middle of the channel. So the currents could be extremely strong there, but the dive site, like it's very challenging. With a strong current, you can easily even miss it. But then you have everything there. Prolific, like I remember we were at Kandumatila cooked at one of the like small pinnacles, and they were like literally blanket of eagle rays that covered us. There was a school of eagle rays who were hovering really above divers' head. And we were like sitting there for 20 minutes with the covered by blanket of eagle rays hovering above our heads. Like I'm talking and still my heart becomes again racing when I recollect this. And then you unhook and you see a lot of sharks, a lot of fish interactions, beautiful soft corals. Like Kanduma is one of the best, maybe the best dive site in Maldives, but also very challenging. Yes, and Ahom Island Guraido, very nice. Actually, Guraido has a lot of, Guraido Corner is another incredible dive site there. I really love it. It depends on the group level, season, currents, conditions. We pick one dive site or the other, but all of them are very exciting. It's very true. And and then we crossed back to Ulua. We arrived back to the port normally Friday afternoon. So even if you have late Friday flights, they're still okay to go. Saturday morning we serve the breakfast, and it's checkout at 8 o'clock. The check-in and checkout times for most of the boats in Maldives, like checkout is at 8 o'clock, check-in is at 12. This is good to know if you plan like early morning flights into Maldives. The group will have to wait till the airport till around 11:30. There is a comfortable food court with Wi-Fi there, but we cannot accommodate the group earlier because the boats they do run back to back, and we have 4 hours for complete cleaning, for everything. So we pick up people from the airport at 11:30. Could you please ask me some questions on itinerary if you have any? And I will take 1 minute to download the updated presentation, because there was things I wanted to show you there. All right, any questions in the chat, please? Okay, I'll share the new presentation. All right, here we go. Yeah. You can see the new presentation, right? Camila, please update. The new presentation is there, right? Is there intent to organize trips to the south for tigers? Yes, Sharnavaz. This is exactly my next slide, which is the deep south for tigers. So in between, like let's check the bigger map here. So in between the islands, okay, here is good. In between Gafo Dalo Atoll and oh my goodness, and Gan Islands, there is an atoll and the island itself. It's called Fuvamula. Fuvamula is completely unique because it's just an island or an atoll apart, like very far from anything else. So literally, it's just this islet in an open ocean. And normally when this happens, these islands become a huge crossroads for all kinds of marine lives, because marine life also, they need reefs for cleaning station, right? They need also sharks do navigate with ultrasonic, so they need some obstacle to understand their ways. So Fuvamula is this kind of obstacle and this kind of asylum in the open sea, if I may say. And I call it personally a magic box. You never know what's inside. What is inside for sure are tiger sharks. In the mouth of Fuvamula port harbor, there is a shallow area around like 10 meters deep, it's 6 to 12 meters basically. This is where they feed tiger sharks many times a day. And there is a huge slope going to huge depth, and the tiger sharks go out there, roam around the divers and feeding grounds, come back, up and back. And sometimes you can see 3 or 4 tigers around you, but the dive guides would say we had 16 tigers on these dives. When they switch, it's not the same. It's hard to tell when you're the first time diving with them, because you will be busy with your adrenaline rush and just the excitement. But the dive guides, they know how to differ them. And good dive guides will tell them about their personalities, because they have ones. They're like big mama. Some of them are a little bit too curious, we may say. Others are too shy or very shy. So there can be a lot of interactions there. So with the south itinerary, first of all, the season is very limited. We go there, the best season would be February and March. Basically, you can start mid-January. Full moon and new moon weeks will be the best. But recently, the seasons were not these stable in Maldives last few years. So I would say, to make it safer, make it February or March. January, there is a risk the season won't be there yet, and the other diving won't be this fascinating. So apart from doing Fuvamula and tiger shark dives, there could be dives for Fuvamula Plateau. It's a pretty deep dive, but but you can see treasure sharks there depending on the season. And like literally the treasure sharks, I mean, you know, the long tails, the ones that you normally go to see in Malapascua, Philippines, they are in Maldives and they can be seen during the season. Silver tip sharks are there, and of course more tigers. The why I call for Mula the magic box, that depending on the season, you never know who you will meet else. So there can be treasure sharks. We can meet oceanic mantas there. Like normally we meet reef mantas in Maldives, right? We have over 5,000 population of reef mantas, and encounters with oceanic are very rare, and they normally happens in Fuvamula. If you want to know for sure the difference between the two creatures, join our liveaboard, because we do manta talks there and we explain what is the difference between mobula and manta, and then what is the difference between reef manta and oceanic manta, how they breed, how they live, how do they spend their days, how they mate, how to differ men from women, young lady from mother, young boy from mature male. It's very exciting, and it makes all manta dives more interactive for the divers because they also can understand their behavior in what is happening. I know it's fascinating just to watch these giants hovering around the cleaning station, but when they can understand what's actually happening and or which manta is what, it makes the experience completely different. So for the south itinerary, the main goal is, of course, Fuvamula and tigers, and like whale sharks could be there as well. Mola could be there as well. It depends on the season. You have to be really lucky, but it happens a lot of the times. Like, wow, we have seen, of course, hammerheads can be there. Like very exciting place where you can spot like any creature depending on your luck and on the season as well. For the other dives that we do, like there are different kinds of south itineraries. Last couple of years, the most popular was Male down south to Fuvamula or to Gan Island in 1 week. I strongly do not recommend these itineraries. Why? On one hand, you save on a flight. Like why they do that? Because you fly to Male, then you board a yacht, go down, and you have only one domestic flight back. Or vice versa, you fly to Male, you fly down south, and the boat brings you back. So like economically or just hassle-free, it sounds very nice, right? Less one domestic flight. But I know this itinerary very well. First of all, it's a very huge distance. And if the boat is on the go most of the time, it's lack of time for just enjoying Maldives, for beaches, for fun. So it's just dive and then go, dive and cruise, and also can be a bit rocky. So for me, it's a little bit stressful, both for the guests, because they have to be very strict with the timing, and for the crew. 10 days itineraries a little bit better. So if you plan one way down south, I would say 10 days, it's a minimum for your group to be comfortable. Of course, best itineraries are when the boat is just staying down south, you have flights. Also, like some airlines are flying to Gan, right? Their international airport there. So if you can fly down like via Sri Lanka, for example, you fly down south, you start your itinerary from Gan, you cover the south, you come back to Gan, it will be more comfortable. Or there are itineraries from Lamu, which is a little bit more to the north, to Fuvamula and back to Lamu. Like I would say, most of the boats have different options. Even the same boat every week, the south itinerary can be a little bit different from different airports of arrival and departure. It's always a little bit of like, oh, what's happening? But what are other points of interest? There is a spinner shark dive. It's also a fish factory on Gafo. It's on Gafo Leaf Atoll. Yes, spinner sharks. Like it's the same thing. They do the bait, and then there are a lot of spinner sharks, and if you're lucky, they will go into feeding frenzy mode. They will be like rushing around in all directions. There will be huge Napoleons coming. There will be humpback parrotfishes coming, which are, from my experience, very rare from Maldives, and I always love to see these big guys. They're normally pretty curious and friendly. And Napoleons for sure. Like it will be huge fish action. You will see of all kinds of, even like angelfishes, damselfishes will be trying to eat the bait. dedicated for the sharks. So it's a lot of fun and like a lot of excitement on this dive site. All the other dive sites, more or less on down south, will be channel dives. So it doesn't offer this diverse experience of central where you both can dive walls and tealers and everything. Mostly will be channels and sharks and channels and sharks and channels and sharks. Endless. All channels are different. I mean, there will be very wide channels with a sand bottom that looks like literally like a sea highway. We normally do a lot of fun there. Just a lot of funny pictures are available. There are channels like more narrow and more rocky, but sharks and sharks and sharks and sharks again. So I want you to understand very clearly that yes, it's a very special shark itinerary. Basically, do not expect trips or a lot of amazing snorkeling on it. But for divers who are more experienced, they want more challenging dives and more exciting dives. South shark itinerary is a very good option. Very good option. We do South itineraries on demand. Last year we spent, I think, February and March was full with South trips. Surprisingly, this year we don't have this much demand for South trips, but if we have, we can arrange it or discuss. And also I want you to offer the other option, but again, for those who are bored of Central, is North itinerary, which will cover like this map doesn't show precisely the parts I wanted to show. I will show you on that side map. From North Mali, we will go to Ba Atoll. Like if the season is there, which is somewhat like August, September, October, and again, trying to pick up new moon or full moon weeks, or we will recommend the ones for you for the best experience. We will start with Ba Atoll in Hanifaro Bay. I'm sure you heard of the place. It's UNESCO heritage site. Where you can encounter 200 mantas in one snorkel session. Dives are not allowed there. It's a reserved area for snorkeling. There is a marine park fee, which is $30, but this is a unique feeding grounds for mantas during the season. They have a unique combination of upwelling effect when the currents hit the reefs and they bring the deep plankton to the shallow waters, and coming from deep to sunlight, the phytoplankton starts to bloom. And then the zooplankton feeding on phytoplankton starts to bloom. And apart from just bringing masses of plankton to light, the plankton starts blooming, it starts to reproduce like crazy. And a lot of mantas and whale sharks come there. So you can have 200 of mantas, 10 whale sharks, all in one small area. Because what makes also this place unique, this atoll has a pocket, like literally. Normally the atoll is more or less like circle, right? I mean, different shapes, but this one has a pocket, and the currents push all the plankton into the pocket. And also there is a cleaning station inside of the pocket. So it's like food court and clinic at the same place. And apart from that, we can do the northern atolls, which is, of course, Bao itself. It also has some cleaning stations for manta, apart from Hanifaro. And then we have, we go to Ara Atoll and Laviani. These are coral heavens. Like if you want people for coral diving, macro, turtles, this will be the best place to go. Again, double check the season with us if you're interested. We will pick up the best weeks. Like I'm managing liveaboards and I'm selling liveaboards for many years, but we have such an amazing crew of dive guides on board. They know exactly which week of the year to pick to make it an incredible experience. And normally they were not mistaken so far. And I really try to listen to their advice very well, because like it's a huge science of season, currents, winds, current weather that makes the proper decision of where to go. So are you still there with me? If everything going well, we're going more now into the boat. I hope the description was like pretty clear. If you have any questions, let me know. Yes, I can see your yeses in the chat. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. So how is our yes? Oh, we have Sonia. Sonia, welcome, Sonia. As Liguri, please let us know where you're from, which country, which company. We would really love to greet you here. And thank you so much for coming. So how do we spend our day there? 6 o'clock is a light snack, which is normally like bananas, cookies, coffee. They're available 24/7 on board. No one is never hungry. 6:30 is the first dive. You played Mafia game, no? Like Mafia, he's awakened, they do the job, Mafia falls asleep, the city awakens. So here's the same story. Divers or Mafia, they wake up early at 6 o'clock. They have the light snack at 6:30, the first dive. 8:30, all the boat wakes up. They have the breakfast. 10:30 is a second dive and snorkel session. We can do early morning snorkel session as well, but from our experience, snorkelers are not so keen in waking up at 6 a.m. just for snorkeling. So we'll let them sleep till the breakfast. And after breakfast, there is like 1 hour of rest. And then there is a second dive and snorkel session. When they're back, there is a lunch. After lunch, 1 hour of sleep, there is a 1 hour of sleep and 2:30 third dive, a snorkel session. 4 o'clock, snacks. Snacks is normally like cake or tuna sandwiches and drinks, right? 6 o'clock, we start happy hour at the bar, and 7:30 is dinner. As you can see, even like this, the schedule is already packed. Like there is no time to get bored. Also, we try to do the navigations during meal times or right afterwards. I mean, it's no secret that after you had a proper 3-course meals, it's not the best time next 15 minutes to jump into the water for activities. So normally after meal, like 1 hour, everyone just want to relax, read a book, maybe have a nap. So this time we use for navigation, so they never get bored. And apart from all that schedule, what do we have more? It's 5 days of wow factor every day. Like literally, after our liveaboards, we have we hear it so many times, like people say like, we don't want to leave. We feel like crying. It's first time since our childhood we were this excited every day, because literally 5 days out of 7 we bring them absolutely unique experience that they have never had before, most like a lot of the times, or they can have it only with Maldives liveaboards. So beach time, we try to do it more or less, like it's not possible to make it every day, but we try to do it at least every second day. So they have the beaches, they have different beaches, which is also great. Lots of photos for Instagram in different locations. White powder sandal is there. All boat facilities, we'll go to that later. And we do marine life talks. If the group is interested, free of charge, we will do the manta talk, whale shark talk, Maldivian sharks talk, or coral life talk. So this is like 1 hour presentations full scale when we tell them about the subject, and we do educate them. Our motto is we try to make them fall in love with the ocean, with knowledge. We want to let them want to care about the ocean, not because it's a must, it's ecology or something, but just because they want it, they understand the ocean, and they do want to take care of it. So this is our goal. What is our week's wow factor schedule? It's nice to have a wow factor schedule, no? So Sunday, like we start the cruise on Saturday. Saturday, as we say, it's a quiet day. We welcome the guests on board. They fill in the liability waivers and check-in forms. Then we do the welcome briefing, which is another hour. We tell them how to use the boat, basically, do's and don'ts, about the itinerary. We cover more or less things we were talking about, so they feel comfortable with the boat and how everything will be happening. They know the safety rules and everything, like a welcome briefing. And normally after flights, they're tired, they assemble the equipment. What we do, we offer one activity these days, which is check dive or snorkeling session, or both, depending on the group, if the group hasn't arrived too late. So normally this will be on the day 1. So if they're ready, check dive is there, and normally afterwards they're tired enough just to go to sleep or have some cocktails, enjoy the sunset, which are normally very beautiful, and then get to sleep. So next day, Sunday, there will be night mantas and probably day mantas if the dive sites are allowing us. Monday, we do barbecue dinner in Inhabitant Island. Again, amazing setting and everything. Tuesday, night whale shark. Wednesday, day whale shark. Thursday, nose sharks. So it's 5 days packed of adventure, of amazing dives, plus a wow factor that really like blow the minds off. What else do we have? Dolphins, that will be on the way somewhere for sure. Amazing dives. Kayaks, we have 11-meter water slide. Subboard and outdoor jacuzzi. Everything I named there is free of charge to use. What we charge for extra, but we have it on board. And this is also the new level of liveaboards, because normally if you go on a liveaboard, you're a diver, you kind of sacrifice other kinds of leisure, right? It's our motto: eat, sleep, and dive, eat, sleep, and dive. But what if you want to do something else? Like, come on, roaming on a jet ski around beautiful Maldivian islands, isn't it amazing, right? We say yes. So we have it on board. Also, wakeboard is there, and a donut, like a sea donut that we attach to jet skis, and the kids or adults, they enjoy doing all that stuff. So the motorized water sports are for extra charge. We still keep the prices very low. It's cheaper than Maldivian hotels, like two or three times cheaper than Maldivian hotels. Everything else on board is free of charge to use. Like, we have 2 kayaks, we have 1 stand-up paddleboard, subboard, right? And once a week we deploy a 11-meter water slide from the top deck directly to the ocean. Again, amazing emotions, a lot of Instagram photos. Instagram is part of our lives now. So they do have a lot of fun on board, and they do have a feeling they didn't sacrifice anything for choosing liveaboard instead of a hotel. We provide them beaches, we provide them beach stuff, beach fun, so everything is there. So I'm going now to for me, the most precious part of the presentation, why Princess Ulua, why out of all the liveaboards, I hope you will choose our boat. First of all, you have me. I hope it's enough already. Okay, it's a joke. By the way, in this picture, you can see a little bit of our fleet. There is a kayak on the sun deck. Normally it lives on the Donny. Donny is not there, I'll show you later. There is a slide deployed, there is a jet ski, our dinghy, and this of course goes for additional surcharge. But in our fleet, we have 3 fishing tender. Like really super fast. I think they have 2 engines. Each of them is 250 horsepower. I mean, these 2 engines would be able to move the whole motherboat, but they're on the small speed launcher, and this is for all kind of fishing. Also, some of our crews are very avid fishermen, so if you have any wishes of fishing, it can be additionally arranged for a surcharge, but it's a very exciting experience. They can get wahoo, tuna, how do you call it, huge golden dolphin fish, mahi mahi, right? I have a question in the chat. We have an identified person, Captain Plus. We cannot identify you, Mr. or Miss Captain Plus. Could you please introduce yourself? Where are you from? Which company? Would really love that. Really love that. So why Princess Ulua? Let's get briefly through the boat. So it is launched in 2019, so she's very fresh, but also I believe, as your experience specialist, you know that being new, being new doesn't mean a lot in the boats. I mean, if the boat is bad maintained, in a half a year, it will look like a complete wreck. In a year, it will be a wreck. Princess Ulua is new, 2019, so she is very modern. Apart from that, we really know how to take very good care of the boat. Like 1 year, she gets complete renovation. Our crew is taking care every day of small things. We have 2 engineers on board to fix all the small issues. Like, we really love her and take good care of her. She's 37.2 meters of pure luxury. This is bigger than a lot of the boats. They tend to be from 32, 35 meters. So we are officially in a super yacht class, which starts from 35 meters. There is one more bonus that you cannot see on the photos. She is incredibly stable. She was built very well from Balau and Tempest woods, bought in Malaysia, like a super proper hardwoods. She is very deep. And when we were contracting the boat, I didn't realize how stable she was. Like, it's a joke. I mean, it's very funny, but literally we already have had a conflict on board when we had to cancel, to delay a dive because of the weather condition. The sea was too rough. And the clients didn't believe us. They said, like, the boat is not really moving. Why are you saying the sea is too rough? Like, you're cheating, something is wrong. And we literally had to invite them outside of the boat to see the Donny. And they saw the Donny was like a bull on rodeo, jumping on the waves like this. Of course, like, you can dive, but you cannot board the Donny in the water. And they were like, okay, we got it. And they went back into the boat. So she's really very heavy and very stable, and that makes the voyage very comfortable. I mean, normally you don't know that until you got on the boat, which is rocking even on the still waters, like, what's happening? why are we rocking when the sea is still? It's not our case. As I said, I've been to all, like we work with 134 liverboats. I've been myself personally to around 60. I know just 2 boats that are this stable in Maldives of the same size. It's us and Italian Princess Rani. Amazing, and that's very good bonus for southern itineraries. Southern itineraries, they have a lot of long crossings. It will be more rocking there. So if you have a stable boat, you have much more comfort down south. We have 10 cabins for up to 24 pax. 10 cabins. So we, if you don't ask us to add more people, 20 pax is maximum. But 4 cabins are family suites, which can accommodate 3 people, like a family with a kid. So we can carry up to 24 pax upon request. Let us go deck by deck. A sun deck is very easy. We have sun lounges there with mattresses, and our bonus, which normally is not available on other boats, we have a tropical shower. So if you got really hot, like on the sun deck, and you want a little bit of refreshing, you just go to the rear end. There is a tropical shower. You switch it on, you get refreshed. There is beach towel available. So and you can continue to get properly suntanned. Yeah, don't forget to use the suntan lotion. Then we go to the upper deck. Let me check if, yeah, upper deck is here. I will be able to show you some photos later on. On the upper deck, we have our sea view suites, 3 rooms with the big sea view windows. Also, what is very good on Ulua, we have only 2 cabins out of 10, which are fixed as double cabins. All the other 8 cabins are convertible, twin or double. It's very important when you get the group, because I'm sure you've experienced that, because you have a couple and only 1 cabin with twin beds is available, or you have 2 men and you have only 1 last cabin with double bed available. That becomes a little bit of a nightmare. With us, it's very easy. 2 rooms that are double rooms are master suite in the bow. Normally couples will take it as soon as they see it. And one of the suites, which is here, it's also a sea view suite with a double bed. So the first couples book, they will normally book the cabins, and all the other cabins are flexible. It's very safe for you, for your groups. And here on the same deck, we have the sun loungers and a jacuzzi. There will be photos later on. Yeah, jacuzzi with sun loungers, very luxurious place to spend your time. For the main deck, which is what is also for me very important, and we seek that in each and every boat we cooperate with in Maldives, we have 2 huge relaxation areas outside of the boat. For me, it's very important, because when you're in Maldives and the islands are so beautiful and they're passing by while the boat is cruising, you're really bored to stay inside the air-conditioned salon. Like, you do not come to Maldives to stay inside, right, in the rooms. So we have the bow relaxation area, which is a coach and table, and we have the back dining and relaxation area with the coach and tables. So first of all, it's I call it a self-climate control areas, because normally you have very nice light wind all the time here. If it's very windy, you can go here. If it's too hot here, you can come here. So every given time, there is a comfortable area outside with the perfect weather for you, so you can enjoy in the shadow, where you can enjoy the views and fresh air, fresh sea breeze, while having your relaxation area. And also, we normally, if the weather allows, we do serve dinners here outside, which is also great, because they see mantas or whale sharks while eating foods, and still it's just a very nice experience. And here I will show you the pictures once again. We have a part of relaxation area with coaches, TV, some bean bags. We will do the briefings there. Neen asked if we will share the information via emails. Yes, for sure, we would love to, but please let us know which company and you and how to contact, all right? Because we cannot identify everyone coming into the Zoom meeting, or contact your manager, the one that invited you to the webinar, and for sure he or she will love to forward you all the information. Restaurant area where we serve breakfast and lunches because it's a little bit too hot outside. And there is a bar area with a full stock bar. That's and for the lower deck, it's very easy, just the cabins with a marvelous master suite, which is a whale shark room. That's the only room on the boat where you have a toilet and shower separately. Have you seen that on a yacht? Me neither. Okay, then we have 2 standard rooms, which are twins or doubles convertible. We have the mattress protector that conceals the gap between the beds, so your guests won't be uncomfortable. And then we have 4 family suites. I absolutely love them because, first of all, they're really huge. They're big rooms for the yachts, big cabins, and also they have 1 double bed, like of a good size, and 1 single bed. But makes very easy for a couple, for 2 men sharing, or for a family. And they're just big and comfortable. So yes, and we charge same category for family suites and the standard rooms, and we charge extra for a whale shark suite and for sea view suites because normally they are more popular and more demanded. But this is if you buy book by cabins, because if you take full charter for sure it's you who decide what costs what. Of course, all our cabins have let's go to the next slide. All our cabins have ensuite facilities, hot water showers, in toilet, hygienic showers. There are no problems with that. We have minibars, safes, TVs, and of course window or illuminator in each cabin. For TV, is important to say, everyone's like, oh, where is MTV or where is the channels? Like, no, we're in the middle of the sea. So you cannot watch TV channels, but you can connect your notebook or your phone and watch movies before you go to sleep, or if you have any free time on board. Normally, no one has any free time, so not really big use of the TVs, but still they're there, another luxurious opportunity. We do cleaning twice a day, so the cabins are cleaned twice a day, and towels and bed linen change every 2 days. We keep everything nice and clean, and whatever is happening, you can let our housekeeping know. So here are the sea view suites. Yeah, you see huge windows, they are mirrored, so outside people cannot look inside, but still we have the curtains there. 1 of them double bed, 2 of them barcode and grouper are double and twin convertible, as I said. Whale shark master suite. The key features is, you see the bed is almost round. It's a huge bed, and we had a group, family wanted to live there, so they had no trouble sleeping, 3 people, I mean 2 adults and a kid on the bed. Extra bed is not possible there, but it's a huge round bed. Normally we offer it for honeymooners, any sweet couples, anything. And as I said, this cabin has separate shower and toilet. Everywhere we have wardrobe, we have drawers, like a small table. So all our cabins, they do look like a small rooms in the hotels. So these are the standard cabins. They're a little bit smaller than the others, not small, just, I mean, family cabins are big. This is normal. We have normal and big. So standard cabins are normal size. We have teak woods even in toilets and showers, so it's a wooden floor. Always nice and feels good. Then the family suites, which are manta, dolphins, and tuna. There you can see there is like a normal size double bed, and there is a single bed there. And they feel very big and spacious cabins. And again, wooden floors, everything is of good quality. The boat doesn't feel cheap. And we have dory and dinghy. Again, the wood covered dinghy looks very nice and like proper quality. The dory was freshly renovated. You can see here everything is new, and we moved the toilet from the lower deck to the main deck of the dory. So now they have additional freshwater showers throughout the dory. They have a toilet there, and they have the sun deck. So it's like a small cruising vessel on its own. Every diver has its own space, a basket with equipments, tank, we use 12-liter aluminum tanks. 15 liters can be requested upon surcharge and provided upon surcharge. Also, we give free of charge reef hooks and safety buoys, because reef hooks are a good thing for channel dives, and safety buoys are obligatory in Maldives as per law. So if your diver they don't have their own, we will provide free of charge. All the other equipment rentals, of course, are free of charge, apart from the weight belt and the weights. With our crew, we have a very highly professional crew of 15, which is chef, sous chef, captain, first mate, engineers, deckhands, 3 people of diving dhoni. There is a diving dhoni captain and 2 deckhands who will fill in compressors, help your clients to get on, get off. And I am really proud of our team of dive guides. Our cruise director is named Mox. Maybe you've heard of him. For sure that we have the Maldivian guy here. For sure he knows Mox. I'm pretty sure about that. He is an ex-president of Maldivian Diving Association. He used to work on the most luxurious liveaboats on Maldives, which are scuba spa for 5 years. We literally stole him from there, and we have Wisha, the second instructor on board. These guys absolutely love the marine life of Maldives, the ocean. They know the ocean, and they are ready to provide great experience for all level of divers. We're very strict on standards. We do not break the laws or standards of safety and marine life protection. Hi. Okay, something happened. I was out. Something happened to my Zoom just now. Right, everyone is here. Please let me know. I'm back. I don't know what that was. I was just out of Zoom for a while. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's more than 1 hour, but actually we have proper paid Zoom account, so we can talk for hours without interruption. So maybe that was the connection. I don't know. Normally we have very good internet here in Maldives, but today it is very slow. So maybe something was there. Anyhow, so as I said, we are, at least if I see that message, that means everyone is here. Yes, Likuria says here, good. So they also take incredible care of novice divers. Like if you have heard that, no, Maldives are only for experienced divers. No, that's not true. What we do, we have, if we have 20 divers, we will have 3 dive guides on board. And we normally switch the groups according to the level of experience of the divers. So one dive guide will be taking the most experienced divers. They will go deeper, more challenging. Medium divers will go with the other dive guide, and the novice divers will go with the 3rd dive guide, and he will bring them up to 18 meters if as their open water certificate allows. They will see the same. They will see sharks. They will see things, but from the different angle, from the different depth. And our crew really loves to take care of novice divers. No problems with that. We have special eye for them and special hands to take care. And also, like, if anyone will need the courses, no problem on board, because the instructors, Mox is also like PADI elite instructor, so all the courses are at the very high standards, very patient and very professional. All right, foods. I hope that would be your big question. We have amazing food on board. Like it's not the haute cuisine, because we're still not the mega yacht for $300,000 per week, but we have more food varieties than most of the other boats. So for breakfast, it's normal English breakfast. There will be sausages, bacon, but please understand, will be beef sausages and beef bacon. We are in a Muslim country. There will be some kind of pre-prepared eggs, like a scrambled egg or these toasts, jams, yogurt, mueslis, milk, everything is there. But also we do eggs on order. So if you want a cheese omelette, a veggies omelette, sunny side up, eggs over easy, everything is cooked on demand, right? Other accommodations for food allergies, such as gluten, accommodations for vegetarians. Yes, no problem with that. Recently, we start to receive a lot of requests for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, gluten allergies, rice allergies. We can do that. Also, like recently, we had a person on board who didn't eat any onion. So our chef prepared him special. He's part of the meals that excluded any onions. So no problems. But please let us know in advance. Like we always send the list of requirements, and at that time, please let us know. We have like 3 vegetarians, 1 vegan, 1 pescatarian on board, right? Because recent group arrived, said no, we're all fine, and then the lady the first day said that I don't eat any meat or chicken, it's just fish. Well, luckily, as we're in Maldives and we know most of the clients would love to have seafood, at every meal time, we provide either fish or seafood. Every meal, lunch, I mean, not breakfast for sure, but lunch and dinner. There will be like meat and fish or chicken and fish, right? Or meat and seafood, chicken and seafood. So there will be both options. So for her, we were safe even without touching anything. But please let us know in advance, not that when the person already on board and then we have the surprise, right? Then no problem of taking care. Even we have a request for a kosher trip. Kosher means there shall be different saucepans and all the the kitchenware for milk product and meat product. And our chef told us we are able to do that, so we can even do these things if negotiated in advance, right? So yeah, already covered that fish or seafood every meal, roast beef, huge prawns are there, tiramisu and other nice desserts, European style, and fresh fruits with every meal, breakfast, lunch and dinner. They have a proper fruit plate with tropical fruits there, like pineapples, watermelons, maracuja, mango, whatever is there will be. Also, for groups that want an extra care, we do a little bit of surcharge. For example, some groups, they want tuna sashimi every day, lunch and dinner. So we can provide this. Literally, we just buy additional tuna for sashimi every meal. And also some groups, they want fruits, not only as at meals time, but they want tropical fruits 24/7. 24/7, what we have free of charge is bananas. They're always there. And we have cookie corner, like 3 kinds of cookies. This is available like all around the clock. Normally, we don't even need that because you have 4 meals a day, which is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and we never had a complaint that food was not enough. I mean, normally we have a lot of complaints that they're getting too fat, they don't fit in the clothes, that you cannot feed us this tasty every time. This is the complaints that we normally hear, and you have also a 4 o'clock snack. So normally in 4 meals a day, nobody gets hungry. But still, again, for the groups that want like plenty of sashimi every meal and fruits 24/7, tropical fruits available, we do a small surcharge, which is like $50 per person, $70 per person, depending on the season and current market rates, but can be done as well. Also, like for VIP groups, if they ask for exquisite, whatever, like expensive European cheese or anything extra, all can be done for extra charge. We're open. We had experience with VIP groups, no problem. But for divers, already, if you do not pay any surcharges, there will be fresh fruits at every meal. There will be enough of seafood. Yeah, I said that we have more options than other boats every meal. This is why we have maybe three additional options. First of all, we do have 2 salads, not one. We have 2 salads. We have 2 main courses, as I said. One will be fish or seafood, another will be meat or chicken. We have 2 side dishes, which is like French fries and rice and noodles and rice, whatever. And we have 2 dishes of hot veggies, which is already half an answer for vegetarians. Could be baked eggplants and salted broccoli, could be some salted vegetables assorted, and I don't know, spinach, salted spinach. But this is something I haven't experienced on so many boats, that you have not just carbs and carbs as side dish, but you have 2 hot vegetable dishes available, apart from 2 salads available, right? And then we have fresh fruits and we have desserts for dinner. So we're going to a very exciting part for the rates. I believe we are all travel professionals here. We do not do these webinars for direct clients. We do not invite them to this kind of talks. They're like hush hush. confidential talks with you, so I can be very open for the rates. So published rates are 2,200 per pax in standard to family room, $2,400 per pax in SUV master suite. By the way, we have people from Europe here, right? At least from France. If you really will be more comfortable working in euro, we can make rates in euro for you. Like if you're accustomed to work in US dollars, it's no problem, then let's keep it as it is. But if you need rates in euro, let us know. We will try to accommodate your request, okay, and make it easier for you. If you have got French instructor on board, no, we use only local dive guides on board. We really are dedicated to that because first, they know better the ocean. Literally, they know better. They know how to avoid washing machines. They know how to avoid being dragged by the current or swimming against, a lot of small tricks about their dive sites. And also we want to support local community because they have incredible dive guides, very service oriented, very client oriented, and they keep being overcome by Europeans. So we are really trying to support local community. But if you want to have a French-speaking dive guide, let us know. We'll try to arrange. Could be the local guide speaking French, or maybe for your group, if they have the language barrier, we will invite a French-speaking instructor. So it's manageable, but let us know in advance. All of our crew speaks English. Apart from one crew member, we have a special crew member on board. He's deaf. But he's engineer and deckhand, so like there is no real need for the clients to communicate with him. And he's a great guy with like golden hands. He does a lot of wooden works for boats and amazing. Like also he's a dinghy driver, so he's there. Otherwise, everyone speaks fluent English. So we have a special introductory offer. Like for 1 year, we will be. Yes, because many French don't like other languages. Yes, and French are not the only nation with that. I know some other countries that literally do not speak much of English. I know that. Please, if you're going to have a charter, like a full charter with us, and you need a French-speaking dive guide or cruise director, let us know. We'll try to arrange, okay? And we can confirm before you confirm. Like you can say, like, guys, I need a full charter with the French guy on board. We will let you know if he's available for dates and then negotiate, right? Oriane. So for 1 year we've been improving the boat. She was already a very nice boat, but we really know what standards of quality we want. And now as we started to have that feedback form saying the best boat, best ever, even from experienced divers who had been to other fleets and other boats, we are bold enough to go wide on international markets because now we will be proud of what we have. So for till September 2023, so this season and low season, we offer a special introductory rate, which is 1,900 per pax in standard of family. If you check other boats, it's like a medium range for a good liveaboard. We are more luxury. We are much more special with what we do, but we keep the same rate for you to make it easier to try us out. And 210 per pax in sea view and master suite. This is per cabin. Next slide will be for full charters, which shall be more interesting to you. What is excluded in these rates? A green tax, $42, and special intro offer for bookings or for trips until any trip or booking with us for Princess Ulua. I mean, yes, trip has to be completed till September 2023. Yes, I got your question. Starting from October, the price will be higher. October 2023, it's like in 1 year. But for the current year, we give that special introductory rate. Green tax is $42 per week per pax paid on board. If you really wanted to be included in the invoice, let us know. And currently, the thing is, because of the war and situation, the fuel surcharge, we have to introduce fuel surcharge. Like the prices in Maldives for fuel went twice higher. They were at 12 rupees per liter. Now it's 22 rupees per diesel liter. So we are paying almost twice, and we have to introduce that $100. It's not covering the full change, the drastic change of fuel price. It helps us a little bit to cover that whole. So currently there is a fuel surcharge, $100 per week per pax or 2,000 per charter. As soon as the fuel prices are a little bit down, we will stop charging the fuel surcharge. I'm really waiting for it, but for now, like, we like other fleets are just raising prices. We're trying to keep the fuel surcharge so we can cancel it as soon as the fuel rates are back to normal. For this year, we have like full charter conditions as 18 plus stuff free of charge. We have a incentive for small groups is 6+1. I want to remind you, it doesn't work like 12+2. No. But we encourage you to start to risk. Do you have a small risk, right? A 6+1, like 6 people is normally it's not a very tough to get, and then you can be more profitable. Because if it's 10+1, you have more risks, right? So we let you start with a smaller option as 6+1 to join our charters. So, and the rates. So the rate for next year and the normal rate that is published for full charter for direct clients, we will charge $41,200. Your agent price for full charter is $32,960. So it's 20% difference and plus 2 spaces free of charge. So as our special offer, any trip till September 2023, by the end of September 2000, so September is included, you have a special introductory rate, which is full charter published 35,800, full charter agent 28,200. It's very affordable. It's very affordable. Yeah, Oriane is leaving us. Anyhow, Oriane, thank you for coming. We are almost at the end of it. So it's just last 5 minutes or so. But please contact your manager. He will send all the information by the email. So 28,200, it's over than 20% commission, a little bit more. We really want you to try out the boat at the best rate we can give to understand we are completely different. I mean, we're very special, and I'm sure you will love the thing. Like, what was a big compliment to me is one of the biggest Israeli dive clubs. They did a trip with us, sent us feedback, what can be improved. We always love the feedbacks because we want to be the best boat on the market. So whatever we can do better, we will do better. And for the next trip, I started to update him how the group is going. And he said, no worries. I'm sure they're having a fantastic time with you. And for me, it was like, wow, like you trust us this much. You really like, you're fine. I don't need to know, like, know they will have fantastic time if you're on board Ulua. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep you this confident. Your group will be absolutely happy with us. Agent support. We are specialized in working with agents and dive clubs since 2003. This is when we first started working with travel agents and dive clubs. We have highly qualified team. You will have your own personal manager. If you are not happy, we will offer you to switch to another one. We have a big team of professionals as booking managers. For urgent matters, of course, we're available 24/7. And we have very strong ethics. We never steal your groups, which is very important for me. This is why I've shopped trust us. If any group says, hey, can we book directly, like will you offer cheaper rate, we will say no, this is your agent. We will inform you that we had a request for a full charter for them, and they will push them into booking with you. And also from us, they will never get the better rate than you give them. So we really want your groups to stay with you and your business to grow with us, and hopefully our business will grow as well. Basically, this is it. This is our contacts. Stefan is also have to leave. Thank you so much for coming. I was very excited. That's my first webinar for international market. I mean, we do a lot of presentations. I go to the shows, but this is the new format we tried. Thank you very much for coming. Let me know if you have had any questions. I hope I covered more or less everything. Please let me know if that was interesting and joyful. I really to try to keep you entertained as amused. Anyhow, so any questions there? If no, then we will just. Yeah, Tony and Dingy. We have more photos there. I will just keep showing them. That's the Donny there. Some fun you can have on board. Our fishing launches. The fishing launches. Yeah, this is it. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Then all clear. Cheers. Waiting for your requests. Let us know if any period you're interested in to get the group or full charter. We'll do our best to assist. Right. Thanks a lot. And then hope to see you in Maldives very soon. Bye.